I think this thing is working. Oh, okay. I just can't see myself. And we have the audio. Oh boy. Okay. Well, I can't see myself, so that's no good. The capture. Razor. All right, let's try again. Let's try again. At least you can hear me. But I'm gonna unplug the camera. Okay, so camera is back on. Okay, let's try this again. So, not gonna lie, I almost didn't do the stream this morning. Having one of those lazy mornings, where just like you wake up, stare at the alarm clock or the phone, and it's like, why bother? So I almost bailed on you guys. Apologies. Nothing personal. So we all have one of those days sometimes. I've been graphing, using more of the graph to try to plan this ship than actual building. And I think I have to find the right middle ground. Oh. Oh man. Okay. Yeah, let's just get into it, I suppose. Oh crap, I completely forgot to change the titles. We aren't doing the Battle Bus yesterday. But we are going to be doing the Voyager. I got a little sidetracked. With the Voyager, because I was also looking at the Bird of Prey, and then I was looking at the shuttles. See, it's a lazy day, man. Good morning, Eddie. Hey, Dirty Draws and Kitty. Uh, Captain Jared. Good to see you guys. Now, and the thing is, I know Mr. Black is around. He was, I think he came on earlier. And you guys got to see some of the stuff he's planning. Well, planning, but he's been working on. Really incredible stuff. But, all right. Let's take a look, shall we? Where are we today? Where are we today? Okay. So I was trying to plan the curve. And the curve of this hull is going to be, it's currently looking like this. Thing is, I think it needs to be higher in the front. So that, if can you see my little line here? It should be more, it should be flat at least, and then it should drop down. So my curve is a little bit off. So I gotta get it at least all the way up here, which corresponds to this. And it's one of the things that you really got to be careful of. So, you know what? Let me get my screen up, and I'm just gonna get into this. I'll just try to talk while I go through it. This is kind of a work in progress. You're building the Starship Voyager. So I really should change the titles. Let me see if I can go do that over on can I do that on TikTok? Can I change the title? Yes, I can change the title. Haha. Partner. Alright, so Starship Voyager. Star Trek Voyager. And Kitty, can you change the title on Twitch? I'm gonna go ahead and change it on YouTube. Content live. And Star Trek Voyager. Star Trek. Save it. Now one more. Did you get the Twitch? I can't see the chat right now. No, I don't want Stream Manager. Okay, and edit. I got it. I got it. I got it. Star Trek Voyager. Hashtag Star Trek. And there we go. We're all set. Perfect. And let me just turn this off so that it's not no sound. Perfect. I said remember that I'm also one of my viewers. Okay, I changed it. So we're all set now. Okay. Let's just get into it then. Let's get that curve. Now, maybe this will actually bring us back into proper alignment. You gotta be careful not to break the bus stop. There. So with this, it gets a little tricky because the spacing on the horizontal pieces is different than the spacing on the actual horizontal. So getting these to line up is a challenge. So actually, let me just see what is the meeting point that can occur. I should not have any grenades. That's a bad idea. No grenades for me. Alright, so I need these two to converge. So let's see where that's going to happen. What's the best place for that? So one of the things we can do, since we know this is going to be on a straightaway, is try to plan for it a little better. Why am I freezing? It's just... Maybe I'm building too close to Enterprise. But anyway, the whole point of this is trying to see where is the best point for these guys to meet. So on the side might actually be a good point. I think this is a little too far off. Or is that it right there? I wonder. Okay, I'm seeing a line, but it may actually require a combination of factors here. This is never going to meet that way. The height is more variable. Maybe if I pull it back one and try to bring it in again, we can get those two to meet up. Oh my god, that is a point right there. But question is, what does that count? One, two, three, four, five, six. It's a 6 count from the end of this. All right. It's gonna take me it's one that I would actively avoid. I'm not gonna be, you know, be proud of it or anything. On later rewatching, it's actually not that bad. It's a fairly decent show. It's just it wasn't what I was looking for at the time. It's not what I wanted out of my Trek. And it may have just been like an age thing, because we see things differently when we're older than, you know, when you're younger. And plus, it was my brother's favorite show, and I was convinced that he had no taste. So a little bit of a bias there on my side. Like a lot of bias. So that didn't work in my favor. Okay, so that's not going to attach natively, but it's not going to stop itself from attaching otherwise. So this is a good thing. This is a very good thing. So we can use this to our advantage. But okay, anyway, the main thing that really annoyed me about Voyager is that I didn't like the captain. I thought she was too. I don't like her voice. That was the main thing about it. And no, Kate Mulgrew is a fine actor, but she just didn't kind of rub me the right way for the series. The thing is, and this is a huge, probably it's been a huge mistake on my part, is that I should have given it a little bit more time, because Kate Mulgrew in the later episodes of Voyager, the later seasons, she was actually really good. Hey, Mr. Black. And you can see that growth in the character, because she got a lot more used to the character, and she got a real handle on it. So I didn't give her the respect that was needed there, the respect that she actually deserved. Like Picard, I remember he did not actually inspire me the same way, but I think he kind of grew into the character a lot faster than Kate Mulgrew did. And it came at a different time, because when Patrick Stewart took on Picard, that was the only Trek that we had, period. There was nothing else. So I think audiences were a lot more forgiving, and we started to judge everybody else according to Picard standards. If it weren't Picard, then it's like, you know, we want our bald captain. Who the hell are you? So it was a bit of that bias that we had going on, and it did not do us any favors. Because why would you deny? There we go. I think that will work. So we need to come to the edge of this. It's gonna be somewhere over here. Anyway, my whole point was that Kate Mulgrew is a boss, and I'm sorry that I didn't get into Star Trek Voyager a lot earlier. But you know, mistakes of our youth. If you are unaware of what Voyager is, you can go and check it out. There's like lots of essays and like retrospectives on Voyager on YouTube. And also, you can just go watch the entire season, the entire series. It's right there. One of the beauties of living in this age of the internet, that we have all of this material waiting there for us, and it's an incredible time to be alive. Okay, I think this means that these are going to be the smallest plates that I'm using. Are these 12 by 12s? I think these are 12 by 12s. So I got to figure out the spacing on the 12 by 12s. 16 by 16, 12 by 12. Here we go. Alright, best thing to do to get this in line properly is just bring it up. Don't mess around. Just bring it up. There we go. Now we know where we need to end. No more guesswork. So that looks like an 8. Oh, that was actually a 6. Close, but no cigar. So it should be an 8 to make sure that it matches up. And then we can begin our step down. Best way to do curves is to plan for them properly. What is Mr. Black up to these days? You guys gotta see the I mean, I should take you over there, but let's get Mr. Black's permission first before we show off any of his amazing builds. I'm like, I seriously want to record every time I go over, because every single time I go visit Mr. Black, he has something brand new lined up. And it makes me wish I was recording, because my responses when I first see something is like, holy crap. I've been following Strange New Worlds. I gotta go back and actually watch all Discovery. I was watching. It kind of the last season I wasn't too invested in, unfortunately. They kind of lost me a little bit. I mean, like, I'm interested in seeing some of the new adventures, but I think I need like a palate cleanser. And Strange New Worlds came out in the gap, and Strange New Worlds filled a void that I didn't know that that was there, because I was enjoying Discovery. Up to a point. thing is, Discovery is such a huge departure. Okay, we're gonna have to dip down a lot earlier. So I think we have to dip down from here. How many is that? 1, 2, 3, 4. So if we dip down with the 8s at this point, let's see what we can do with the 8s. Anyway, what was I saying? Star Trek Discovery. Right. Anyways, I absolutely love the fact that they introduced us to this Pike and his Enterprise. That was great. That was amazing. We got new Spock and everything. That was a great handoff. And I kind of enjoyed the fact that they were kind of trying to establish themselves separately. In, like in the future, and this is a whole brand new track. How many of those? That 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's go 6, and then bring it down some more. 6. Yeah. Tricky as hell. So I need to get shorter, faster. 12. 1. 3. Make some huge steps here. But it's all about that curve. All about that curve. About that curve. About that curve. Base, 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 base. One, 2, 3. So that's how many? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, we gotta do 6 of these. And then we can shorten it. Okay, actually, hold on. I think that was 5. So let's go to 5s now. This should bring it into alignment. Because I think I went too many with those. So, yep, I did. Oh, this is gonna be a strange one. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So close, so close. What happened? You need to be higher, my friend. Oh man. Anyway, I had been contemplating building the Starship Discovery a while back, but it's got like so many complicated moving parts, and I was seriously just trying to figure out the basic movements on that. Let's see how the curve is looking. Okay, it's gonna have a little sharper nose. But that's okay. The thing to really make it work best would be if we had threes in here somewhere. But that's not going to happen. There we are. Brand new dawn. Oh my god. You can't type what I'm saying. You'll get in trouble. It's a beautiful day. Oh, okay. So maybe one more, and then we can line up. There. See, almost perfect convergence. Almost perfect. So we get one more. It was a beautiful day. Don't let it get away. Beautiful day. Touch me. You know you're just a hopeless case. Okay, I kind of forced that one a little bit. See that? That line right there? It feels a little too forced. Not enough curve. That I should have done a step down to get it proper. This step down should have gone 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. But thing is, the curve does work. I just clean up mess. Now this build was supposed to be an easier build than Enterprise. Enterprise has huge advantage when it comes to it, and it makes me kind of wish I'd gone and built Excelsior for a more similar ship, since I kind of know what I'm doing with a disc now. Because this doesn't have a flat saucer. I can expound a little bit on a flat saucer with building something like Excelsior. Come on. Great, thank you. But instead I'm over here graphing. You see, and you can see it. You can feel it. There's that curve, and then there's that jagged transition. It's just not right. That's not right, man. We need a better transition between there to there. What am I gonna do? That goes on just a little too much. Here, the big problem is when you introduce a one gap space, it's going to, yes, it is a beautiful day. You don't let it get away. That's probably one of the best things about building in Lego Fortnite. You have all these beautiful days. Of course, the days when it rains really suck, but we have these beautiful days that we can always look at. Beautiful sunrises. So, I'm just going to have to eat it, accept it, and kind of just live with it. It's not much choice there. I could do a 3. I'm thinking about doing a 3. maybe a couple steps of 3, because there's a lot of these guys. All right, you know what? I'm gonna do a 3. I've talked myself into it. Okay, 1, 2, at least 4. With 4, I can match up. So, this is how this goes. By doing a 3, we are taking 2 steps back. Oh, that is the half step. That's the full step. This needs to start earlier. That's the problem. Okay, see, this is just what I go through on a daily basis. I'm just trying to figure out this crap. And coming up, because this is supposed to be here, and I need to meet that bit in the middle. So it needs to keep the rise. I should have started higher. If I start higher, then I can meet it up there. So I'm going to get rid of all this and essentially start over that bit. Give this the proper start it needs. So, less mucking about, more mucking around properly. 2, and then another 1. Is 3 enough, or is it 2? Yeah, this should be good. Although I gotta say, Fortnite does have a thing for 3s. Four. 5, 6. Let's go with the flow. Let's go with the flow. Something we can die for. If you go with the flow. Okay, so let's have a look at that. Much better transition. Alright, so now I gotta retransition this, which may mean coming to the next section earlier, but that's okay. That's cool. That's groovy. We can handle that. There. Haha. I feel better about that. Okay. So remember when I said that over with the Klingon Bird of Prey that I had enjoyed doing the dome? I kind of doomed myself with that statement. Because Voyager is all dome. And now I have to try to get out of this without planning too much complexity. Because this part, just adding the dome to this part, is where the complexity is going to come in. Okay, later, Legion. We'll be here. I'll try to catch you around 3:30. I should be off by then, so I'll try to pop in. All right, so yeah, this is kind of an area where I can use the graph to calculate how many pieces I'm going to need. But we had the same issue over on Serenity, where you're just using too many pieces. Just a matter of fact, we were using too many pieces. And it's because of the shape of the ship. Not because we were using too many pieces, but because the ship needed that number of pieces in order to work properly. So it's kind of like a lose-lose scenario. So my plan for this was on the back end, I was going to be using a combination of these pieces here. So let me see, wall pieces, and then so these can be really useful in getting some of that curve, and it's just going to be a weird kind of curve, because you can have the 2 or 3 there, but then you're going to have to watch the distance. So planning this is going to be a real pain in the butt, because you got to find out where those curves lie. So I actually need to do planning with the graph, the circle generator, for this bit to work properly. Because even with this, I still need to know how the curve is going to affect everything, and where I need to go wider. See, I should have gone wider here, and then just come up from here, from this section. So it's a fair amount of work going on. Hey, Rooster. We're dealing with the Starship Voyager this morning, and building a dome, which is not exactly what I was hoping for with this particular ship. Now, the hard part about the dome is that I now have to plan how this is going to come across here. So, man, I've bitten off a lot more than I wanted to chew. But here's the good part. We can use a bit of math to figure out what we're doing before we get there. Especially now that we have the width, the length, and the placement of all of these pieces. I can do a calculation for this half dome. So I'm still trying to figure out exactly how I'm going to do that, but we have the length. Now I can either feel my way through this and make so many mistakes. Oh, this is as big as it is. This is the size of the ship. So what I really should do is at least get the width of this dome now set here, and then I should be able to start doing calculations for each section, knowing how it's going to come in, because as it comes in, it's also going to recede. So I know that this is going to have fewer pieces. Now, I've never done a circle using flat pieces before. So that is going to be an interesting challenge, because the flat pieces, and actually we can do a calculation, because each, hold on. I just had come back here, you. I just had a thought. How many pieces, how many flats are in excuse me. Always good to remind yourself exactly what your calculations are. So we've got, let's get a visual aid here. One wall piece. And one wall piece is equal to how many of these guys? 1, 2, 3. This is a half wall. 1, 2, 3, 6. And each of these guys is equal to 3 flats. I just say we were going to get our visual markers. Three. So I should be able to count the number of pieces with this, because this is 6, and there we go. 6 by 3. We got 18. So I should be able to count the number of pieces that will go from here. Oh. Okay. You know what the biggest problem is? Is that this is not even a half circle. This is a dome. So, which part of the circle looking at? Center point for this here. Center point. So I need to find a center point before anything else. Ah, chinga. Oh hey, Rooster, you saw the short battle bus. You should go and build your own bus. It's gonna be awesome. I want to see more short battle buses out there. Really take consideration is that the wheelbase is the most important part of it. Don't don't go running off wild and say you're gonna do it better than me. I we started off in the whole thing that we didn't have it's me, Mr. Black. Mr. Black was actually planning to do a sculpture of a battle bus that didn't move. I came in and said, no, we got to figure this out. We got to do the wheelbase. So we did all the measurements and everything. This is our first battle bus. This latest battle bus is about maybe the 9th or 10th one that I've built. And we started off without any plans whatsoever. When they released the battle bus in the Lego store, my God, that changed everything, because we could see the proper structure and the wheelbases. And I will tell you right now, a wheelbase from Lego is like one of the best things that you can base any of your vehicle builds on, because they're solid. They're made to work. So off all the sides, but their wheelbases are just absolutely fantastic, and it's one of the best places that you can learn. You can go with anything else on that wheelbase, but that's where everything begins. So that's one of the reasons why it was like important to actually get that wheelbase as correct as possible before we started to build the battle bus. Now I may have just gone that's like really fast, but I'm sorry. It's just my train of thought and my excitement about it. So if you're gonna go build a battle bus, knock yourself out, but check out that wheelbase and really understand why it works. So back to the Voyager. I gotta find center point. And you know what? Hold on a second. I think we actually have. Where did I put the Voyager? Oh my God. This dome is insane, y'all. It's insane, y'all. This is practically flat. It's rounded and it's nice and rounded, but it's so almost flat. They did such a brilliant job on this. Let me get this. Here, I'll show you guys what I'm looking at. So I'm gonna share my screen. Let's get this up. And where is my, okay, share screen. I wasn't planning on sharing this, by the way. Is that Safari? Is that, what is that? It's an Edge. Okay, an Edge. Source, Edge. Edge. Where are you? Control? Seriously? Microsoft, okay, Microsoft Edge, there we go. Now you can see what I'm looking at. So you see this? Oh, hold on. Oh, my bad. Now I'm in the right thing. So, this whole thing off of right now, by the way. So I'm building independently. No Lego pieces, anything. Oh, it's almost flat under there. Curves out a little bit. That's pretty cool. But you see the dome? Look at that dome. Man. So this is what I have to deal with here. So I can't even get a proper dome off of this because the circle on this, can you see, if you can see the hand, and you can see everything you need here, but the circle on this would be so big. It's like the top eighth of a circle. Not even the top quarter, but the top eighth. So, oh, what happened there? Oops. Let me just get rid of that, shall I? Window capture. There we go. So the top eighth of that. Oh, that really does complicate things a little bit. If that's the kind of circle we're going for. I was hoping that it would be, like, you know, somewhere like around here. And we can actually count down to that, because, and then plot out our circle, but good gosh. The fact that that arch barely makes it there. Wow. All right, let's have a look then and see if we can get some kind of halfway, get between there, some kind of halfway thing. Because I just need to get the measurement. And yeah, I know I'm spending more time measuring than anything else, but you know what? If you measure twice, you're always in a much better place. 2, 3, 4. Okay, let's take it down to 6, shall we? 4, 5, and 6. That should be a good middle ground. So instead of like taking it all the way down, I just need to know that this can work. So how many is that again? That's 7. 7 16s. Where is it? Oh, you know what? I'm gonna have to break that up, because it's not just about, okay. So 7 16s means that I need to go that way. Okay. Once I can get the width of it, I can get the height of it. So okay, we have the height. Where's my calculator? $112. So it's 112. It's 112 single. That does not count as the studs. It's 2.5 studs for each block. And I'm not even coming off the center point for this. That's a 12. What am I doing? Alright, let's see. 212. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Here, you know what? We're going to use Der Burger. And we are going to also double up on this. I know this may seem a little obsessive, and yeah, you're right, it is obsessive, but this is for science. Fortnite science. Let's go. Alright, so we got 16 here. Let's measure up how long, because the studs, the vertical distance on the studs is different than the vertical distance on the, horizontal distance. Plates and studs are measured differently, is my point. So with this, we can actually know how many studs are required. So, that's interesting. And then 1, 2, 3. So, let me see. 1, 2. Oh, it didn't count. I didn't count. I lost my count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 eighths. 48. 48. 49, 50, 51. So 51 to the center. Perfect. 51 to the center. No, I don't want you here. Go away. Go, not you. 51. 51. Welcome to Mad Puck, obsessing over numbers. 51. Okay, pixel. Oval generator. So 51 is 52. 52. Wait, what am I talking about? 51 is 102. Oh boy, now I'm starting off on a real good point, aren't I? Okay, so for the center, I'm going to share this screen. Let me just grab this. Why don't I? Download the PNG and back to here, and I can share. So this is what we're looking at. See that? Nice big dome. And we should be at this point somewhere over here. So this is what we should be looking at. This upper area right around here to make this work. So I'm going to start the curve and see how it goes. I like that that piece is nice and invisible. It's transparent. So let's see. What is my actual count on this? Top piece would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 singles. So that's 6. All right, at least this is nice and wide. We have that going for us. Oh, do these actually match up? Tell me I can take out that piece. Yes, I can. Perfect. Because last thing I want is this curve to collapse. Oh, crap. All right, we'll find a way around this. We may have to rebuild later, but okay, that's fine. That's cool. That's groovy. 1, 2. Okay. So. Three. Okay, So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 on both sides. So we should begin here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then next piece is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 12. 12, 5, 4. Wow, that's going really fast. Oh, crap. Oh, this is gonna hurt. This is gonna hurt. Do you know what I didn't take into consideration? The fact that the thickness, I have to take the thickness into consideration. I can't. Okay, so for the height, I can break it down into the blocks, but now I have to break it down into 3. So this dome is inaccurate. So I can't go with 102. I have to multiply by 3 now. Or should I multiply by 2.5? 2 and a quarter. 102 multiplied by 2.14. 218. 218. So while this is going to be tricky. Very tricky. See, these are the kind of headaches that you guys don't see. So 1, 2, 3, 4, that's 7. And this needs to occur. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Welcome to my headache. So that's fine. We will begin from there, but then it's 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, Ah. Let's see. Always got to take the width into consideration. Actual width. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, if I were to look at the diagram, this not even taking that into consideration. 6. It wanted 6 across. So we're going to be kind of combining 1, 2, 3 pieces. Oh, this is going to be borked. This is totally borked. Okay, you know what? I'm just going to go through with the curve as it is right now and see how this works using these calculations. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 1, 2, 3. All right. Usually I'm just kind of feeling this bit out and trying to see where everything goes, but we're trying to get it so this is repeatable. 2, 3. 1, 2. Oh. Because once we can actually get this figured out, then we can actually move on to the next bit and do the calculation over and over again so that we know exactly where we are. The block hot to bend. Rooster, Rooster, don't break my brain. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we got 3s. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1. How many 3s? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 3s. All right, so we got 5, 4, 3. So 5, 4, 3, then 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Ah. Remember, if you're ever doing a build like this, to always take in consideration if it's a dome or not, because that dome is going to make things either hard and... Okay, Maxine, please stop. And Kitty, could you please get rid of Maxine? Thank you. Appreciate you. Asking over and over again is just going to get you banned. That's an instant ban right there because it's just annoying, man. Seriously annoying. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm trying to concentrate here. Okay, then we got the single, then 3. Wow, okay. So 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. And it's a single. And a 3. You guys really want to keep Ankitty entertained, huh? She will ban you. Kitty's got claws. You've been warned. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Okay, and where the heck am I now? So, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 2. So then 2. And then we're coming up to the side. So this is kind of critical. Let me see where we are in our placement. And we really got to come down. So this one is going to be where, okay, so I think this is where we actually begin to come down. We got 2. No, 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 no. I went wrong somewhere. Okay, I gotta find that right cutoff. I gotta find that right cutoff point. And I think that is looking way too wide. 9:45. Okay, so my gosh, we just been doing nothing but domes this morning. All the dome. This curve is looking way too round. So I'm gonna have to figure out something. I'm gonna have to do my math off screen, guys. We got 15 minutes left to go. And this dome is gonna drive me to the crazy. See all this? I think this actually needs to be earlier. So instead of like all this flatness, it needs to start coming in down here. Okay. There's a fair amount of work that I need to do here. Let's go take a look over at the bird of prey. See how I did things differently over there. Let me get rid of this grid off the screen. There we go. And we're gonna go take a look at the bird of prey, because it seems I have a lot of domes in my future. A lot of domes. Now, we had one more bird of prey around. Oh, there it is. And I remember now that I'd actually flown it away, and then I had blown it up. Something that I should really have gotten on screen. But it was like so incomplete. Okay, so here is my dome. This one worked. This one worked very nicely. This ship was all domes. It was frustrating to deal with, but I figured it out bit by bit. Are you quoting Polyshore? And you see, so this is the bigger dome here, and this was like an eventual thing where I just started with a curve, and worked my way backward. So that kind of worked itself out. All right. So let me see. So yeah, this was and then we had more domes up here. When I said this thing was Dome City, it's like the one place you think that we wouldn't have as many domes going on, but this ship was surprising, very very surprising. So you got all these angular pieces, these but all curves, and then the bottom of the ship. So you got the bottom domes as well. See what I was doing here? Working with all these pieces just to get the right shape. But now I'm going to have to kind of expand this a little bit. These are all machine blocks. No wonder I hate complexity. But there's a lot of detail going on here. I mean, even for the bottom side. And I think this entire dome came off of just working from that curve and working down outward and then inward to try to keep the dome intact. So that was a completely different approach. And then this, of course, these are all about stepping back. So I am of two minds here. I can either try a similar approach for Voyager, and I think these were two different approaches here. No, these were the same approach. It's just that this takes up a lot more space. The interior. Here, let's take a look. And I put these walls so we couldn't see all the way down. But here's the interior. And actually I think the interior is manageable because most of the time we're not even going to see the bulkhead. It's going to be closed off on some sides. So it shouldn't be too much of a problem what the interior looks like. Like we're never going to see the bulkhead. See, now here's a little different because, you know, we're in a cargo bay and not going to cover that. But like in most cases, these are actually covered with walls. So this might work. A lot of things I need to consider. All right. So yeah, domes. Dome City all the way around. Can't wait to get back to work on this, by the way. The new version. Oh, thanks, Rooster. So this is going to be the new version of the Bird of Prey, using a little bit more math and planning. I think it's going to come up quite well. And then, of course, back over the hill towards the desert. Here we go. So our voyage, our Voyager adventure will continue. Our Star Trek adventure will continue next week. And it's Friday. So I hope you guys go have a brilliant weekend. And I will see y'all Monday when we come back to do a little bit more Star Trek building. Here's Enterprise. And here's Voyager. It's not too bad. So I gotta go plan how I'm gonna do these curves. Either through math or through just sheer stubbornness. I think I may do the whole stubbornness thing and just build backward and meet each part as it comes. But that's going to mean that the curve, the angle is going to be very different. And it'd be more in line with this. So we're just going to have to see how it turns out. Anyway, thank you guys for coming and joining. If it's your first time here, please leave a like, subscribe, the usual internet things. Follow. There's lots of tutorials and builds, live builds, especially over in the on my YouTube, the MadPuck66. Please come and join. Leave a comment, leave a like. Let me know what you think. And remember, I don't own these designs or anything, so it's just I like to share, and sometimes I can be a little bit snarky, but I'm not hostile or anything. It's just my personality. I'm a bit dry, so I can be a little he can seem a little bit harsh sometimes. But I don't own any of the designs. You can come out and share, but just always reach out. If you want to share anything, reach out to me, and we can share it in Discord. I can put a post on my community wall or something. There's different ways to share, different ways to get out there, especially if you're out there on your own. So this is all about community and about sharing with everyone so we can work with different techniques and see some of the brilliant work that you guys are dealing with. So anyway, thank you guys for coming out and joining. Remember, join the Discord. You can join Craftopia. You can join my Discord and share your work and get it out there. Don't you can always reach out, but don't just keep in mind that if you reach out during stream, I will ban you. Yeah, and I will enjoy that one. But anyway, yeah. Anyway, my whole point is reach out. I will see you later, and talk to you Monday. For the rest of you guys, that you guys keep coming back. Thank you. Love you guys. You guys are awesome, and I will see y'all in the next stream. Bye.